Alright folks, the SBR is complete. Took it out and shot it today. I was able to stick my groups in a 2-inch square clear at the back of the range, which is 25 yards. So 75 feet, you know. I'm sure I can get this out to 100 feet if I need to. I mean, I can definitely hit a man-sized target at 100 yards. But, you know, if I can hit a 2-inch square at 25, right? I had to work with this rear sight and get it all sighted in. Front sight was fine. So I got that sighted in and got her hitting where she needs to hit. Shoots well. I had no malfunctions with it at all. So this gun, just to show you, like I got the bolt torn out of it right now. But this is a Palmetto State Armory lower, and I have the Anderson stainless steel trigger group in it. I'm telling you, this is a way overlooked trigger. A lot of these guys are buying these super nice, super expensive drop-in triggers. This stainless steel trigger is well polished. There's not a bit of grit to it. It breaks 3.5 pounds, be my guess, but I don't know. I don't have a trigger gauge, but it breaks clean and nice. It's a really nice trigger. I would highly recommend, before you go spending all that money on a big fancy trigger, that you look into the Anderson. That just came with the whole lower parts kit, the pistol grip and all that's from Anderson. And then the Palmetto State Armory lower. This bolt carrier group I got on Palmetto State Armory a long time ago, and when they had a special on them, really cheap. This ambidextrous charging handle I got at the gun show for like 20 bucks. The UTC Pro stock. This is like, it was like 20 bucks. It was on like a clearance deal or whatever. It was like 20 bucks. And it's a nice stock. I really love this stock. I couldn't be happier with it. I got that a while ago online. Castle nuts, those come from the gun show. Buffer tube came from online. The buffer and the spring came from someplace online. It's just the cheapest I could find it. And this double hook thing where I hook my sling to, that goes back, this little plate that goes under your castle nut. Those I got at the gun show, like 2 of them for 20 bucks. It's got the Palmetto State Armory upper with the 1.7 twist barrel. Pretty straightforward. Nothing special here. It's just got the 2-piece plastic handguard, which I'm going to change that out eventually. I do have an actual quad rail plastic handy guard thing that'll go on here, but I don't think it would be super accurate to mount sights to. And I'm just gonna take and cut the bayonet lug, cut the sling part, cut the front sight down, reprofile that a little bit, repaint it, then pull off my plastic piece, pull off the barrel nut thing, and then slide on a new barrel nut and a free-floating quad rail upper. I don't really care about the M-block uppers or whatever. I just want a quad rail. And then I'm going to get a light on it with a pressure-sensitive switch. And I'm not, you know, you could just buy another gas block and change that out. I just prefer to just cut that one down and reuse it. It's cheaper and it works fine. I learned that from Ebomi back in the day. He just got a channel, EBOMEY. But that's a really cheap way to get yourself a low-profile upper. Is you just cut the sights off and you cut these off, and then you can just kind of reprofile them with a grinder a little bit, make them look nice, paint them black. You're throwing your free-floating upper over top of it anyway. It doesn't matter. I am going to be putting a suppressor on this as soon as I get my tax stamp. So YHM turbo and that flash hire will come off, and the suppressor part screws on there. But yeah, she works really well. I had no problems at all. I probably put about 50 rounds through it today, just loading 3 in the magazine at a time and sighting it in and running the targets. And you know, I didn't just go all full bananas, like boom 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 boom. Like, ammo's too expensive for that crap right now, and I only have like a couple hundred small rifle primers, so you know, I'm not going to be reloading too many of those. But I just fired the PMC X-Tac 55 grain. I really have good luck with that PMC X-Tac. It seems like on both of my ARs, this one and my other one, seems more accurate than anything else I shoot out of them. The Wolf, it's fun to go to the range and make bang boom sounds. The Toll ammo is the same way, the Wolf and the Toll ammo, but that crap just is inaccurate as all get out. in my other AR, I haven't tried it in this one yet. But oh, I got the sling at the gun show. That was like $10 for that sling. I was like, yeah, I'll take one of those. I think I'm gonna buy another one the next time I'm there if they still have them. I might buy a couple more. This is actually a really nice sling. You know, I really like this sling a lot. It's not bungeed, right? Some of these have bungees in them. This one does not, but it's kind of crimped up like it would have a bungee, but it doesn't. I don't know why, but you know. And it's got the plastic hook so you can take it off without putting it up over your head if you need to. It doesn't come to a single point. Like a lot of the slings actually have a single point mount. This just has two ends that clip on your ring. But that works fine for me. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to eventually get a light on this. I'm going to get a red dot on it. I'm going to get the quad rail. I'm going to put flip up co-witnessing sights to the red dot on it. And I'm probably buying like the cheapest of everything. You know, my goal is to find something cheap that works. I don't see the need to go and spend $100 on a Magpul stock when this $20 one works perfectly just as good. Now there is some stuff out there that you go way too cheap on it and it just malfunctions and breaks on you, right? But there's plenty of more affordable options out there that will work fine. It's been my experience that fancy $100 Magpul extendable stock isn't going to make you shoot any better, right? It might be cool, but it doesn't make you shoot any better. This is really all the rifle you need to shoot really well. Maybe a small optic or a scope or whatever. And you know, I mean, I don't have anything, I'm not against it. I would have an ACOG if I could afford an ACOG, but I can't afford an ACOG, you know. And I don't see that I need an ACOG, right? I'm not in the military, right? But it's a nice rifle, you know. I'm really glad to be living in the USA, where I can build something like this and take it to the range and have a lot of fun with it. I can train with it. I can learn how to fight with it if I needed to. You know, and that's an important part of the Second Amendment that everybody seems to overlook. Why do you need a gun? Why do you need that? Well, the NRA started, you know, training people on military pattern rifles way back in the day. They were all bolt actions back then. But the idea is that as Americans, we have these things. So we end up in a position like the Ukraine. We don't have to go get the rifle from the government, learn how to shoot it, learn how to operate it, learn how to use it, learn how to hit a target with it, learn how to fight with it. We can buy them ahead of time, and we have things like Appleseed and, you know, just all kinds of free opportunities to learn how to shoot, to learn how to shoot prone, learn how to shoot standing up, learn how to fight with your rifle. So if we ever end up in that situation, we got a whole lot of people that will be able to come out of the gate way ahead of what an ordinary non-gun owning civilian will. I think that's still important. You know, I wish the world was a place where people didn't want to go to war and kill each other, that they could just work out their differences. Unfortunately, it's not, right? And there could come a day when, God forbid, I'd have to go out and, you know, my fat butt would be out there trying to fight off some invaders. I don't know how well I do, but if it came down to saving my country for my children and my wife, I'd do it. You know, I'd do the best I could at it. Or I try to. You know, it would be a whole new experience. I've shot a lot of guns I've never been shot back at yet. But I really love that I live in a country that has the Second Amendment, and no matter how hard they try, they just can't take it away. Now, you shouldn't have to buy a tax stamp to build a rifle like this. You should just be allowed to build it. But, you know, Congress stripped those rights away from us a long, long time ago, and you know, we have to get the tax stamp now. But, you know, even if you're building a non-SBR rifle, learn how to fight with it, train with it, practice with it, you know, and learn how to shoot it, and shoot it well. Anyway, that's all I got. That's my rant on how great the Second Amendment is, I guess. I'm glad I live in the USA where I can own things like this, you know, as an ordinary citizen. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. It's Tom, your Frugal Prepper.